Hi, y'all. How are y'all? I have missed y'all. It is New Year's Eve. I want to let y'all know how I'm coming in to 2025. I saw this and I said, my girl's energy, I ain't scared of you 2025. Y'all look how comfortable, look at the way look how comfortable she is riding on that hood. Y'all see that? She ain't scared. Look at that. Chilling. Hair not out of place, socks ain't moving on the Nissan Altima. Chilling. She ain't move. Y'all see that? That's me coming into 2025. I ain't scared of you, ho. I ain't scared of you 2025. Y'all, she is just chilling. Oh my gosh, y'all. I had to share that with y'all. I didn't put the sound up because it's just somebody commentating. But yes, y'all, that's how I'm coming into 2025. How are y'all today? I have missed y'all again. Um, we're getting ready to enter into a new year. And I just want to say real quick, I'm thankful and I'm grateful for every single subscriber, watcher, sharer of the video, every like, even the dislikes. They keep it, they still bump it up in the algorithm. Of course, I don't want dislikes, but you know what? I'm grateful for them because I'd rather have that than people be unmoved, right? So I'm just grateful for y'all. I thank y'all, everybody that has been with me since the beginning, anybody that's come along in the middle of my journey, and those of you that came over after we had a Housewives takeover with Kempire and Brooke on Kempire's channel. I just want to thank y'all so much. Y'all don't even know. Y'all, I was smiling from ear to ear the rest of the day. I kept looking at my number like, wow, like we did it. So thank y'all so much. I know we all the way up from here. So we just gonna get into a couple Bravo stories. Then I'm gonna come back. I'm going to brunch with my girlfriend and her mom and her daughter. So I was like, let me get a little video out real quick, give y'all a little shimmy. First up, for those of y'all that are into the Summerhouse Paige and Craig, we remember when they started. I used to be a Summerhouse watcher down. And then the season that Danielle and Sierra got into it, I felt, and I'm just gonna be honest, I felt like I didn't like the way the people were coming at Sierra online. Now, mind you, I was never, and I'm gonna be honest, never a Sierra fan, ever, 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 right? Um, when Maya came into the house, I appreciated how she immediately could read Maya's energy then and was like, basically, but it's two black girls in the house. I got your back. And they led that conversation that they had. For those of y'all that watch, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I appreciated Sierra for that. She was the only black girl in that house for a while. And of course, things didn't come up because when you live in privilege, you just don't think that you don't really pay attention that other people don't unless you see it, right? Or the other fears or different hesitance that people that don't look like you may have. So Sierra immediately caught that with Maya, and I appreciated her for that. So then come the season when her and Danielle got into it, I ain't like the way. Now, I ain't saying Sierra was right, but y'all know y'all can read comments and be like, that got a little tinge of racism in it. I ain't like it. But anyway, so I stopped watching after that season. Every once in a while, I'll dip my toe back into an episode or two. But of course, I knew about Paige and Craig. So let's get into it. According to Reality Blurb, Paige DeSorbo opens up about why breakup is hard and admits Craig Conover was the best boyfriend, plus what Craig said about marriage weeks before split as Andy Cohen reacts. Paige DeSorbo, excuse me, y'all, is speaking out about the recent demise of her 3-year relationship with Craig Conover as she officially announced their breakup on her podcast. 32-year-old Summer House star said the Southern Charm cast member, 35, well, I didn't realize they were that close in age. I thought he was way older. Was the best boyfriend as she revealed what she's still grappling with when it comes to their breakup, spoke of insecurities, and admitted that she thought she'd have 2 kids by now. Craig truly helped me grow so much in the past 3 years. I'm a different person than when I started dating him. I truly do feel more mature, more just like confident, all of these things. And that's definitely like attributed to him. She gushed on the December 30th episode of The Giggly Squad. Although Paige was worried about saying too much because she didn't want her comments to be misconstrued, she didn't mince words when talking about how Craig was as a partner. He's definitely like the best boyfriend I've ever had. I can truly say that. He was a great boyfriend and he did everything correct. And he never made me feel insecure or anything like that, she revealed. I have nothing bad to say about him. He truly let me feel all my feelings, go through everything that would pop into my head. And I'm so beyond grateful for that. His family, his friends are all like amazing people. The podcast host then went on to discuss what's so hard about the split. So it is almost harder when no one's done anything to be mad about. I agree with that. That's hard. I don't want things to be misconstrued that we hate each other or something happened. It's really just two people growing and changing and things they want in their lives changing. According to Paige, she hated turning 30 but came into her own at 32. I just felt so myself this year. I loved throwing myself into work. I loved doing everything I was doing, and it was stressful and it was hard, but I just felt very me. That said, she was often accused of being insecure and immature for waiting too long to settle down. You can be 32 and decide to change the entire course of your life. You don't have to get married and have a baby because you think you have to. I agree. While Paige is firm in her decision to stand with the early 30s single girlies, she continues to grapple with the idea that life isn't as she thought it would be. I love where my life is at. I truly can say I wake up every morning and I'm really like, F yeah, I love my life. I think it's more the fact that you have to come to terms with the fact that your life is not what you thought it would be. Noting she thought she'd have 2 kids by 32. It's not that, and that would have been amazing too. It's better, but getting over the fact that it's not what you made up in your head is kind of a thing. So I'll say this, I get it, and I'm glad that she's choosing herself. I really, really, really am, because you will let people push you into marriage on what society says, even what your family says. So I'm really glad that she is choosing herself. And look, she's always wanted to be a content creator, an influencer. And of course, she was doing what was the Daily Page or something like that she was doing before she got on the show. She gets on the show, it gives her a platform. And now she has all these amazing opportunities from the platform that keep coming. And I get her not wanting to slow down. Listen, we got to stop letting society tell us we're too young to do certain things and we're too old to do certain things. We shouldn't go after this opportunity. We need to go after that opportunity. We have to really take a hard look at ourselves and what we want our life to look like. And then once you figure out what you want your life to look like and your dreams are coming true or different doors are being opened or maybe not yet, then you figure out, okay, what path do I have to go or what things do I have to try to get the ultimate outcome that I want for my life. And hopefully that will happen. So I get her. I get it. People thinking that you got to settle down by this age or that age or what have you. Good for her for choosing her. It seems amicable. I do wonder if they were split up well before now or kind of like not really in it and they stayed in it because they were Bravo's couple, right? Everybody loved Peyton, not everybody, but y'all know what I'm saying. Paige Craig, blah, 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 blah. So I wonder if they stayed together longer than they normally would have because of the fandom surrounding the relationship and not wanting to let down the fandom or even the network. So shout out to both of them. Do your thing, Paige. Speaking of relationships, let's get into Porsha. According to Reality Blurb, RHOA star Porsha Williams dishes on her new man amid divorce. Plus, she reacts to Simon's friendship with Sheree and applauds Kenya Moore for apologizing. There is no announced date for season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Even though there isn't much news yet about the new season, Porsha has still dominated reality TV news this year. Ain't she? Her and Simon going back and forth, thanks to her messy divorce from Simon Guobadia. It also seems like she's not taking a break from dating, as she recently revealed she's seeing someone. Plus, Porsha gave her thoughts on Kenya Moore taking accountability for her actions. So we know that Kenya appeared on Tamron Hall to discuss what Reality Blurb is calling Revenge P. What they're calling it, not me, it's Revenge P incident that led to her walking away from RHOA. Since then, Andy Cohen has applauded her, and now Porsha is doing the same. Recently, Porsha spoke to E! News about her life and if she is seeing anyone following her split from Simon. So she said, I do have one person that I'm really into, but I still got a lot juggling right now. But there is someone I'm liking a little more than the others. When asked if any of her friends helped set her up, she said, my friends are crazy. So y'all pay attention to what she says. She then said things aren't serious with the person she claims to like more than the others. According to Porsha, I'm still clearly going through the divorce and all of that. They're all just being patient. Honestly, I think I hit a point in the beginning of the divorce, like you don't even want to think of a man. She continued to discuss the difficulties of dating during a divorce by saying, actually, I don't want to be with another human at all. But then it's like, I want to date, find me someone. So her friends are like, nope, nope, we're going to wait until the divorce is signed. Regarding her friends, Porsha said they have a list of guys that they all have ran down and told me this is the person, but they're not trying to hook me up just yet. And they're letting me heal and deal. Despite the mixed messaging, she then said she found someone on her own. Porsha didn't only discuss her dating life, she also was asked about Simon and Sheree Whitfield having some sort of relationship. She said he knew her before. He was actually friends with a lot of us. He was actually friends with a lot of us. He was actually friends with a lot of us. No, I didn't glitch prior to coming onto the show, so it makes sense. The RHOA star also spoke to people about Kenya and how she recently took accountability. She came to her ex-castmate's defense by saying, I think that was very noble of her to apologize. At the end of the day, everybody's human. Some people have thresholds and then you break it and then wait. Some people have thresholds and then you break it and then they go low or they go all the way to hell. But either way, once you recognize that you've done something to hurt someone and you acknowledge it, I think let's start there. Regarding whether Kenya should return to the show, Porsha said forgiveness should be in everyone's future in their own time. Porsha's got a man at, I guess it's still her, home. What y'all think? Clearly, we ain't gonna see him on I was going to say 2016. Lord, taking us back 8 years. No, don't take me back. Clearly, we're not going to see him on season 16. I think Porsha out there living her best life. You know, her and Phaedra are out there. I think they're in Nigeria. Somebody said, freaking frack, take Nigeria. I said, no, you know what? Are y'all looking forward to Atlanta? I ask y'all this every time. And I just be wondering if the temperature has changed. Some people are really looking forward to it. Some people are like, I could care less. After seeing that video of Nene and Kenya running into each other at the airport, it made my heart jump. I'm going to go back and watch some old episodes. That Savannah season where they went to Savannah, chef's kiss. I love it. So, you know, we were saying Nene could come back. Then we were saying the door is closed. Now it seems to be cracked. So we shall see. But y'all let me know what y'all think about Miss P back in the dating world in the midst of her divorce, honey. And real quick, let's speak on just some quick comments that Andy Cohen had to say about some cast members. This is according to Reality Blurb as well. Andy Cohen reacts to Karen Huger being found guilty and discusses backlash over Lala Kent comments and how he feels about making headlines. So let's get into it. As fans will recall, a recent report said Karen may be on the chopping block after being found guilty of driving under the influence. Now, I do want to ask y'all this. Do y'all think Karen should lose her job? Or would y'all want to see the repercussions of that, of her having to take it from her castmates if they bring it up or what have you? Or do y'all think that as a punishment, she should have to sit a season out? But let's get into it. Let's see. Notably, the insider says that the network wants to see a change in Karen's behavior due to the extreme nature of the body cam footage that was released following her trial. People recently caught up with Andy at the holiday party for his radio show. While there, the outlet asked for his reaction to the news regarding Karen. He said, I think it's all sad. I haven't really processed it yet, but I think it's very sad. Well, remember watching the video when she said Andy Cohen coined her the Grand Dame, which we actually need to take it back. It wasn't Andy Cohen. It was actually Giselle that coined her that. And then Karen went and ran with it. That's who it was. So, and I can imagine them watching her say, you know, you're poor and white and I'm black and rich. And, you know, he also spoke to Us Weekly about the success of his radio show and how he sometimes makes headlines by upsetting fans. He explained, there are things I say that the viewers disagree with. There was a moment early in Vanderpump Rules where I said on the radio, Lala is the voice of reason this season. People played that clip for months on end and were all over me. Yeah, I agreed with them. Not with Andy. I agreed with the people. I wonder if he says it. Well, let's get into, I was going to say, I think he says it to generate conversation. And sure enough, he went on to say that he and his co-host generate a lot of pop culture news. He added, and we also reflect on it. Whatever's going on in pop culture, it will be dissected here. Sometimes I mess up, but I think I have good sense. Radio is also a place I talk more often as a producer than I do anywhere else. It's a great opportunity for me to give background and explain further my point of view. Andy says that there are instances where cast members will call him over things he said. According to Andy, I remember Teresa called me about something I said, but I was like, Teresa, did you hear the clip? Let me explain. And she was like, oh my God, I get the context now. Yeah. When asked how it feels to make headlines, Andy said, if it's a good headline, I'm happy about it. If it's a bad headline, I'm annoyed by it, just like anyone else. We have a lot of airtime. Often it's just John, which is his co-host, John Hill. It's just John and I talking. Anything that could be said could wind up either making a headline or laughs, and then he laughed. It could come back to bite me. Andy also discussed his co-host, and the interesting thing is that they used to date. And I remember hearing that. So if y'all didn't know, him and John used to date. He explained, I can't think of too many exes that host something together. Sonny and Cher hosted after they got divorced, but I think it's interesting for the listener to hear John absolutely shading me. Or he totally knocks me down in a way that no one else would go there, even Jeff Lewis. Y'all remember he liked Anderson too. I think him and Anderson went out on a date and they ended up becoming friends. So Andy may got something. He seems to become friends with the people he once liked. But anyway, yeah, so it was short and sweet on Karen. He said, I think it's all sad. I haven't really processed it yet, but I think it's sad. I wonder how, when he saw that footage and hearing Karen name him, Andy Cohen did that. Andy Cohen did that. When you Google, you're going to be mad you did this when you Google me. I'm bad as F. I'm bad. Are you married? And I'm not laughing at the footage because, of course, it's, but just, it almost seems unreal in a way. Like, did that really all just go on with the grand dame? But we know she has had an at least one DUI. There's been speculation of, has it been 2, 3? Is this her 4th one? We do know she had one because Charisse talked about it on the show before, where she was in rehab in Florida, I believe. And then she said her friends broke her out. So we shall see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Do y'all think that Karen should have to sit out for a season, or do you want to follow the story no matter what happens? Let me ask y'all this. If she gets sentenced, do you think they will hold the show until she gets out? Or do you want them to hold the show sort of like they did, not sort of, like they did with Teresa? Or would you say, go ahead and film the season, and then if she's out by the next season, we want to catch that on film? Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's hard, right? Because it's like, you think everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves, well, let me go back. I've said before, I'm a Christian. I believe in God, all that stuff. However, I'm not God. So in my eyes, I don't think everything deserves a second chance. There are certain things that I'm like, but again, I'm not God. So thankfully, but I know that people can be forgiven and people should have an opportunity, right, to grow. The problem with something like this is it's in that person's heart. So we wouldn't be able to see Karen's heart. She could come on and fool us and act like, I'm volunteering for this, I'm volunteering for that, Mothers Against Driving, all these other things. But will we know if she's changed? So a part of me is like, she really needs to feel some repercussions because it is repeated behavior. And then there's another part that said, when people say, well, she shouldn't be allowed back on, I'm kind of like, I kind of want to see it play out and see for myself, right? So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Porsha. She is dating, and her and Frack, Frick and Frack take Nigeria. And let me know what y'all think about Craig and Paige breaking up. Do y'all watch Summerhouse? Are y'all watching this season? Oh, shout out to Lindsay for having her baby. So y'all let me know what y'all think. I will talk to y'all later. And if for some reason I don't come back, which I should, meaning, no, I'm coming back, but later on today. Happy New Year, y'all. I love y'all so much. And I really, honestly, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, from my toes to the tips of my head. I can't wait to see what the new year brings all of us together and the community that we continue to grow and create. Love y'all. See ya.